This is part one of building a Thomas Railroad. And I'm hoping to make this into a series. Basically, what I'm doing is building up a big track over multiple tables, and I'm going to document the entire process. So I do hope you enjoy, and yeah, I'm going to try to make it a little funny here and there too if you like that. Let's get on with it. So the first thing I had to do was set up these three large tables. Well, two large and one more like medium-sized table, so like two big and two small tables. Well, yeah, three tables. And then I had to dig out all my track, and there's multiple boxes of track and trains. So that's ready. And then it went from looking like this big mess on top of the table to a big mess under the table, which is where all the boxes of track ended up being. And we started putting it together. Or I started putting it together. I do this by myself, because, it's easy to put this together. I mean, come on. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to add little details to it later, so yeah. The other thing is or I did, I don't know why I keep saying we, I don't know why I do that, but I did, is I added some green grass mat in there. And if you've ever seen that, that's just grass mat that they use for actual proper railroad stuff. Even though that's not really what I'm doing, I'm making a more of a toy railroad. But yeah, I used one that had no changes to it. It was just pure green, and the other one I put this road stuff on it. Now that's if you're wondering what the roads are, they're called play tape, and they're like fairly realistic looking roads but they come as tape. You can just tape it down to whatever you want to make roads on. So I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, we continue from there. Now we did come across a couple of problems building this, and I'm about to get into that. I don't know why I keep saying we. What is wrong with me? So yeah, I started by deciding where I wanted to put Knapford Station. So I ended up deciding it would go somewhere in the middle, or right in the middle of the whole layout, next to the roads. And I guess that works. And then man, I said we again. I gotta stop doing it. I should put a counter in this video for how many times I say we. I gotta stop doing that. I put the track through the middle of the station. I would like to do three tracks, like going through each part of the station, but I couldn't do that. Unfortunately, there's just not enough track in my collection. At least not if I'm gonna restrict myself to just a regular Trackmaster track. But for now, that's what I'm using. And speaking of the problems I ran into, well, the first one was I could not find an Knapford Station sign. A sign that is actually supposed to go over a bridge, but I lost the parts to the bridge, so I'm not even going to bother looking for them because I can only find one part of the bridge. But yeah, I lost the parts to the sign and the bridge. Now I did keep looking for the sign, but yeah, I just never found it. I didn't bother looking for the bridge parts because I knew where one of them was, but I just can't find the other. So yeah, we went without the bridge. But while I was looking for the sign, I did end up finding the Soder Lumber Co. piece for older Trackmaster track. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, there was just that sign was bugging me the whole time I was building this. I just couldn't find the thing. And yeah, also I tried to just use the light gray and dark gray track because they look better in like the bright orange or the blue, but I didn't have enough light gray or dark gray to do the whole layout. So I'm okay with using the dark blue, that looks fine. And I had to throw a little bit of orange in there and quite a bit of the more lighter blue. That's okay though. I mean, I don't mind the unrealistic colors. That's fine by me. I mean, I think it's kind of neat. But at the same time, I am kind of going for a slightly more realistic look this time. So, I don't know, maybe I'll have to try to figure out where I can get more gray track. But we'll figure it out somewhere down. I do have a lot of older brown track, which is more of a tannish color, which looks pretty realistic. Maybe I'll have to dig that out and try using that sometime. But moving on. And then I encountered another problem, which was going over the roads with the track. Well, as you can see in the video, regular like Hot Wheels cars and stuff can't go over Thomas Trackmaster track. And as far as I know, now I could be wrong, but as far as I know, there are no railroad crossings for modern Trackmaster track for cars to go over it. I could be wrong, but I've never seen any, and I don't have any. So what I ended up doing is trying to use wooden track from, I think it's Brio brand. Yeah, Brio. Wooden railroad track crossroads. Now I do have plenty of what are they called? Track adapters. They're made by a company called TrainLab, and you can hook up all kinds of stuff. Now I promise you, I am not sponsored by any of these brands. I just love them all. So yeah, I could use the track adapters, and I tried, but because the table in the middle is taller than the other two tables, so that didn't work that well, considering where I was trying to connect them. Since they kind of had to connect right in the middle, that eventually just proved not to work. And then you also have a problem where a lot of Thomas trains just don't like to go through the wooden railroad crossing with the road. They get stuck sometimes. They are very notorious for getting stuck there, in my opinion. Sometimes you'll get them to run through just fine. The one that works the best is probably Kenji, just because he's shaped better for going through that crossing. But like the other ones like to get stuck there. So you'll probably see some footage of some of them going through, and a lot of them getting stuck here and there. I eventually gave up on using the wooden one, and I couldn't get the fit into the layout the way I wanted to. So then I just went across to a regular track. I'll try to figure something out another time for that particular situation. And yeah, next thing I did was I added this like red platform to it. It's kind of like a train station or maybe a repair yard. I don't know. It's just a red platform that was a lid to a track expansion set. So that's on there, and it's nice to have that there. And we added, or I keep saying we. Why do I do that? So yeah, I added to it a variety of junctions here and there. Some were kind of frustrating to set up, and that was kind of because I just couldn't figure out how to connect all the track. There was a certain spot where I wanted to connect a straight track all the way across it, but I couldn't because I didn't have enough straight track. So I ended up having to put this ugly circle roundabout turnaround thing on it. And that was kind of frustrating. I didn't like it. I thought it looked bad, and I just didn't like it has a tendency to derail trains. I didn't get any footage of the trains derailing, believe it or not. So I'll put a picture of a real train derailing on the screen, just because. Yeah. And then I also put this other circle next to it because I just needed somewhere to put more track. That also kind of just doesn't look right where I put it. Later on, I put an ice cream shop from the Hot Wheels track stuff in the middle of one of them churns, but I don't know if I got footage of that for this. And then the other thing is, after I built that ugly looking churn thing, I found another straight track, so I just took the churn thing off and put that other straight track on there, and then I just tossed the ugly churn thing down the stairs, because why not? And I remember digging through various boxes of trains, battery-powered, wooden, plastic, and otherwise, and I still could not find that Knapford station sign. It bugged me so much, and then I searched through all these crates to try to find it, and I don't know, it took such a long time. I did, believe it or not, find it after I recorded all my footage, so I went back and recorded a little more footage of it, because I was just about done filming this video when I did find that sign, and the bridge piece that it connects to, but not the actual, like, bridges that suspend it. Like, there's a bridge piece that holds it up. There's two of those. I never found those. But I did find the sign itself, so I put that on there. And there were multiple times where I got distracted, just played with the trains here and there, ran them on the track. I really liked, just messing with them like that, And then, another thing that happened is when I put attached the crane to the set, big plastic Carlita crane that can kind of like rotate a little bit and spin around in a circle. I hooked that up there. That's pretty neat. I got distracted by that, spinning it around and knocking the crane hook back and forth. I don't know why. It's just fun. That's the one that connects to the piece of track that when you flip the switch, it'll stop trains at that specific spot on the track, which is a nice piece to have if you ask me. And yeah, so after all that, it turned out reasonably well, in my opinion. And I'm gonna add stuff to it. Like I want to add Hot Wheels City buildings and make it look like the trains are running through Hot Wheels City, and maybe some Xbox Action Drivers stuff could go in there as well, like the gas station and bus stations and parking garages and stuff. That would be pretty cool. Or I could do like maybe put some kind of trees around, make it look more like it's out in the country. You know, there's all kinds of ways I could handle that. But for now, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I do hope you enjoyed watching this. I mean, I enjoyed making it, but yeah. Thank you for watching. Maybe check out some other videos on this channel. And now that I'm done filming this and hopefully have it uploaded to my channel, I'm going to go have some brownies without any milk. See you around for now or some other time. Bye for now.